and welcome back to the Wolblom Knitting Podcast. My name is Lisa. I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed as of yet. It has now been a year since I started podcasting, and I have really enjoyed the process of sharing all of my knitting, crochet and sewing projects with everyone, and I hope that everyone has enjoyed it so far. And I hope the new year, the next year, will also bring some joy to everyone, as well as how much knitting and sewing and crochet brings joy to me. So yeah, thank you very much. First things first, I'm wearing a finished object, and this is the Couture top by Sari Nordland. I knitted in Naughty Habit merino and linen 2-ply in the colorway Sabelle. Stand up. So it's a very casual, delicate, lacy top. So you start working from the top, working flat. So you work the front, work the back, and then join them under the underarm, and then knitting around. And then it has a double hem. So you knit until your desired length. Do a row of purl stitches and then knit a couple of more rows, and then when I bound off, I knitted through the stitch on the front and then just did a bound off as well. So it's a very stretchy hem as well, and it gives a very tailored look to it. I'm also wearing a hand sewn pants. These are the Berry pants by Style Arc patterns, and I use I think it's a silk fabric, so it's a very breathable, lightweight fabric, and it's very comfortable to wear. So yeah, so the Couture top, I really enjoyed the process of knitting this, and it's a very flattering neckline as well. So yeah, I really love it. Close up again. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. So now I'm gonna show some of my finished knitting projects. First one is my aerial top. This is also designed by Sari Nordland. Dum, da, da, dum. So this one is knitted bottom up. So it has a little bit of a scallop edge at the bottom, and then you do the lace pattern and then ribbing at the top, and then there's the option to have it with or without straps. I added the straps. I just feel a bit more comfortable and secure having straps. So, yeah. And then the straps are knitted separately, and it's a almost double knitting effect as well, but it's knit purl, so it gives you can see that it's like a ribbing type of fabric there. So it's a thick strap that is soft, and it doesn't cut into your shoulders as much. So yeah, this is the aerial top. I'll put in some extra video of me wearing it, but yeah, this one's done. The yarn I used for this is Concept by Katja All Seasons Cotton, and this colorway was 5, so it's a grey colorway, and this cotton is mercerized cotton. So yeah, so this one's done. Okay, next finished object is my Couture beret. Dum, da, da, dum. It is still a bit damp. I blocked it on Friday, but it has been a very rainy and wet weekend, so it hasn't dried completely. But here's the Couture beret. I used some of my leftover yarn I used for my Couture pullover. which is Nurturing Fibers, Super Twist Sock, and the Kid Silk Lace. Both are in the Lunar colorway. So it's this beautiful grey, lacy, with a beautiful halo. So it's a bit too warm still to wear this. Well, I think I'm going to only be wearing it next year during the winter season. But yeah, I have this coup-top array. And yeah, those are my finished knitting objects. So now I'm going to talk about my knitting whips. So first one is in the middle of a row at the moment, but it's my flatter cardigan by Kate Oates. So it's a cardigan knitted bottom up, and I'm using Drop Sky. This is the pearl grey, or color, which color is this one? 03. And then the contrasting color is the Unicorn Mix, and it's color 14. So I'm using these yarns, and this is the first time I'm doing a type of intarsia knitting, and I didn't realize this when I started the project, but the purple, or the contrasting color, doesn't go all the way to the edge. So here you can see it starts there and goes all the way to the other end and stops just before the button band. So it's not that difficult, you just have to twist the yarns before you start it to secure it and not create holes. But yeah, it's a very nice pattern, and I really love the chevron detail, and the yarn is deliciously soft. So I'm really excited to finish this one and wear it. It's gonna be wonderful. My next whip is my Kyler shawl by Isabel Kramer, and I'm using John Arbon Textiles Alpaca Delight, which I got from Colors of Amalfi. So probably had an inch of progress this month, not that much, but it's getting there. And it's my, if I want to relax knit, because there's a big part that is stockinette, and the lace is very easy and very easy to read in a way, so you won't make a lot of mistakes. So yeah, I think I'm about 65% left to go. So with this stockinette section, I still have to do, I think it's a 20 stitch increase still, so a little bit more length and width to it, and then there's a ribbing section, and then a little bit more lace, I think, and then another ribbing section. But yeah, it's beautiful, and I think it's going to be so soft with all the alpaca in it. So yeah, so those are my whips at the moment. So yeah, I want to share some sewing related things. So I'm going to share some of the items I made from our wedding, so I'll jump right into that. First, I'll show some of the pictures we got from our photographer as well, that you can see the whole look of the day. First, I want to share the get ready outfits I made for me and my 2 bridesmaids. So first, I wanted to make a bit more like a pajama set, but a bit more traditional in a way. So it has a shawl collar and pockets and piping. So here you can see. I'll put the name of the pattern I used on screen. I can't remember it off by heart at the moment. But yeah, so it has short sleeves, some piping on the sleeve cuffs, piping all around the collar. Not sure if it's picking up. And then the pocket also has some piping. So, and then it was the top and the bottoms has a elasticated waist, and then just a cuff with piping as well. So this fabric I got from Lowry Fabrics in Lowry Fabrics is in Cape Town, but I ordered it online, and it's called Namibian Blooms. So I really thought it was a very beautiful and spring-like design, and something that I can use and my bridesmaids can use forever. So just not on the wedding day. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll put a picture of how it looked on us on screen. I think it's a bit crinkled at the moment. Then I made a waistcoat, and yeah, first a waistcoat for my husband. Dum, dum, dum. So this is a woven plaid fabric. So some cream and brown and a bit of blue in it. And then I just used a silk-like fabric, but it's definitely polyester. Silk-like fabric that's usually used for lining. So I used that. And then the leftover fabric of the lining, I made a tie for him. So made that for him, and then I will show you the veil first. I made the veil first, and I always wanted to make a veil with lace all around the edges, like that. So what I used it was a lace that was like this was one edge, and then this was one edge, and then this pattern was mirrored on the other side. So I cut it in the middle, and then it was straight, so I had to pleat it in some areas, cut the lace and pleat it so it will fit around the curve. But yeah, made the veil like that, and I wanted a short, delicate one as well. And then my dress was a bit of I didn't know what I wanted to wear, and then I just decided I'm going to do something vintage inspired. So I used the same lace as on the veil on the dress, and then I came up with this. So it's a button front closure dress. There's a waistband here, V-neck, and a flared and gathered skirt. And here you can see I also used the same lace as well, and I added to the back. So yeah, this fabric is a silk fabric. It has a bit of a floral design on it, and yeah, this is what I came up with. And I'll put the pictures of me wearing the dress and the veil on screen as well. So yeah, yeah, the dress did create a bit of a stressful situation to me because I didn't know what I wanted and wasn't sure if I can create the dress I wanted, but I really loved it that I did decide to go with a vintage inspired dress because I think that suits my personality the best. So yeah, those are my sewing projects from the wedding that I wanted to share. Okay, let's go to yarn acquisitions. So first yarn acquisition, let's start with this one. So I got a Knotty Habit CarryC base, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon. And this color is BBF, and it's a very purple lilac purple, and it's very similar to this one for the flutter cardigan I'm using. So I'm going to make a pair of socks with this one. I haven't decided on a pattern yet, but I just think this purple is so beautiful. Then I got some of her merino linen 2-ply. This is ebony and ivory, and it's a ivory base, very white base with some black grey speckles. And I was thinking of making the fantail top from Wool & Pine Designs with this one. So I think it will look very nice, and it's a very summery top as well. Then with the couture top I'm wearing, I had some leftover yarn, and I was thinking of using this with a colorwork project, and I was looking at the yarns that Knotty Habit had there, and she had some of this pink. It's a muted brownie pink almost. So I'm gonna hold this with this color and this one's called YDB. I think that's how you say it. I can be wrong. And I know Mrs. Knotty did describe me where she got the name for this color from. So yeah, so I was thinking of making the Kivat top from Caitlin Hunter with this one as the main color, and this is the contrasting color. So it's just going to be a pinky rosy top like that. And this is this beautiful, it's not entirely just pink, you can see a little bit of a gold and blue and purple speckle in it. And then yes, here you can see the gold, I think a bit better. Not sure if that's picking up, but yeah. So going to make the Kibat top with this one. So that is my yarn acquisitions at the moment. So yeah, because it's been a year now since I started podcasting, I wanted to do something extra now, or just bring something extra in every month. So I was thinking of doing like a little fiber talk or fiber info type of session. I'm still thinking of a name of what I'm gonna call this section, just to talk about a type of fiber or something. So I wanted to talk about the yarn used for this, which is a mercerized cotton. So it's a process that was discovered by a calico printer, which was John Mercer in 1853, I think. I can be wrong about the date, but it was in the 1850s, 40s, where he treated the cotton yarn or fabric with a caustic soda or a sodium hydroxide, and that created a stronger and more smoother cotton. And then later they discovered, and this person was H. Lowe in the 1890s. He discovered if you rinse the fabric after treating it with caustic soda, rinsing it with water or another type of acid, and holding it under tension, you can create a beautiful lustrous silk-like cotton as well. So it's a process where you just treat a cellulosic fabric or yarn fiber like cotton and linen with caustic soda, and then rinsing it with a acid or water under tension. So this process does give cotton a more lustrous luster to it. So you can maybe see a bit of a shine to this in comparison with a non-treated cotton. So it gives a more lustrous look, so it's silk-like, and because during the process the sodium hydroxide creates the cellulosic fabrics to swell, so it gives more area to reflect light, so that's why it's lustrous and silk-like. And when treating it with sodium hydroxide, it creates more, the molecules are a bit rearranged, so it creates more hydroxyl groups, so better water absorption. So it has great dye affinity and keeps color. It has a very good color fastness, so the color won't bleed that easy. And then when it has been rearranged, the molecules have been rearranged, there's a bit more better attraction between the molecules, so there's more strength. So mercerized cotton is also a lot more stronger, and that's why a lot of cotton thread that we use for sewing is mercerized cotton, if not polyester. But yeah, that was a bit of a small info session about mercerized cotton that I wanted to share with you. So yeah, I'm going to put an infographic on my Ko-Fi page, which everyone can go see and download, and then also list a couple of popular yarn that is made from mercerized cotton. So that was my fiber TED talk. So yeah. Next I'm going to choose my next projects. So yeah, I'm going to choose a summer project and a accessory again for this month. Okay, let's do accessories first. So this is Soft as a Cloud cowl from Pearl Soho. So let me grab the yarn I'm going to use for that. So the yarn I'm going to use for that is Katja Air Luxe. And this is a 70% viscose and 30% virgin wool mix. There's about 300 meters on this, I think it's 100 gram. 50 grams. 50 grams ball or donut on this. And it also has a very nice luster. So I'm gonna make that cowl with that. And I think it's small cable, so I think it's gonna look very cute. And it's just a bit more of a delicate cowl for the colder seasons. But yeah, excited to make that one. Oh, this color is number 78, and it's a very, I would say it's like a champagne color. It's not that brown champagne, but it's a very cream champagne, if I can say it like that, with a bit of a pink tone. So yeah. Next is summer projects, which is this one. Okay. Okay. The Sun-Kissed Top by Sorry Norland. Come on. Well, focus. Okay, I hope everyone believes me, but that's what stands there. Let me grab the yarn for that. So this yarn I have already wound up. This is Karua Moon, Unique Moon, and it's 100% merino. Still have the label in here. So there was 4 skeins of this one, each was 50 grams, so I have 200 grams with me, and it's 100% wool sock weight. So I'm gonna use this for the Sun-Kissed Top by Sorry Norland. I just realized it's very close to this color. So yeah, I think this is also another beautiful color that I really enjoy wearing. I think it's very close to my lips. Makes my lips more plump, I think. So, Sun-Kissed Top by Sorry Norland. So yeah, my next projects. So now I usually share my knitting podcast recommendations, but I haven't watched other new podcasters recently. But I want to share a sewing YouTuber that I really enjoy watching. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce her name. I think it's Maria Petit. I'm gonna put everything down below. But she's also she sews and creates a lot of historical costumes and dresses, and she's busy remaking the brief dress from the movie Ever After, which Drew Barrymore wore in the movie. And I'm really excited to see the outcome of this dress. But yeah, she's very technical about everything, so she gives a lot of information if you also want to recreate the dress or so other projects that she has made before. She gives a lot of information that's very helpful. And then she also does a lot of embroidery as well. So she has created a lot of beautiful embroidered garments as well. So go check her out if you want to. And I think that's that. Yeah, I haven't done a lot of sewing this month, but yeah, I think after the wedding I wanted to give myself a bit of a breather before doing more sewing again. But yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed this podcast, and yeah, thank you very much for everyone who has joined me the past year and has subscribed, and I hope everyone has enjoyed it and will stick with me for the next couple of years. We'll see how long it will. I will keep on doing this, but hopefully a couple years further. But yeah, thank you very much, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day and has a wonderful November, and I will see you in December. Bye bye.